Have you ever wanted a loadout that could automatically give you an advantage against rats even if they get the jump on you? A real chance to recover? Or if you simply wanted a tank that can withstand more damage than most? Something to prepare you for anything from raiders to arc? Well, I have just what you need. What I've realized in this game is that vitality is very important. If an enemy raider or arc puts you in a vulnerable situation, it's extremely difficult to recover your health. The enemy are relentless, and once they smell blood, they move in for the kill. So how do we prepare for situations like this? Furthermore, how do we position ourselves to have the upper hand 90% of the time? Because when using a heavy shield, or even medium shield for that matter, you'll most times than not have an opportunity to withstand more shots, effectively giving you the kill in most exchanges. And it all begins with the Augment Choice. That's the foundation. Everyone's ramping and raving about the looting Mark III Survivor Augment, and rightly so. Even I am. Some of you don't even have it yet and often forget what's already in their arsenal. The Combat Mark III Aggressive Augment is what I'm referring to. And real quick, here's a concept I want you to ponder over. The looting Mark III Augment gives you an amazing safety net. If you happen to go down but not out, you have a chance to crawl back to 𝒉𝒂𝒧𝒐 if you're fortunate. But this loadout I'm about to show you doesn't have interest in getting down. Unpredictabilities aside, the Combat Mark III Aggressive Augment is exactly as advertised. Combat and coming into any raid with it, and this mindset keeps you alive to thrive. Because it's an improved version of the Combat 2 Augment. You can craft it with 2 advanced electrical components and 3 processors, and all this you can find in electrical landmarks. Once crafted, it supports more shield types and comes with extra space for grenades. The description states that it restores 2 health every 5 seconds when damage is taken. The effect is paused for 30 seconds. Now, this explanation can be a bit confusing at first glance, so let me break it down for you. As soon as you take any damage, you won't see any heal ticks at all for the first 30 seconds. A quick glance at this little breakdown will help you understand it better. So on paper, this talent looks weak, but trust me, it's not. And as I stated before, there are many situations wherein players rush you once they smell blood to finish you off. But that's where your raw, formidable aspect of the heavy shield comes into play within that first 30 seconds, along with your ability to fight them off. But arcraiders is also about tempo control, the peak and reset perspective, you know what I mean? With me being a tactical raider and all, I find myself in many standoffs after my opponent and I have taken damage. During this time, they don't know you're regenerating. On the contrary, they assume you're burning meds, all the while they hesitate or overextend. Overall, this gives you the tempo control and allows you to manage the situation more effectively.
What's up?
Watch out, there's a mine.
And it works even better against the arc because they don't apply constant chip damage the way players do. So you can passively heal while strategically taking them out. And PvE means player versus environment. So this also applies to passively taking damage, like accidentally falling from a higher distance than anticipated while traveling to a landmark. As you get closer to your destination, you begin to passively heal without burning bandages. This augment also has a pleasantly surprising inventory size with 18 slots and 2 grenade slots, which means you can arm yourself with 2 stacks of separate grenade types for a total of 6. You'll feel like Rambo using this, man. It only has 1 safe pocket though, which is why I don't usually recommend bringing a snap hook with you. Save that pocket for specified loot. Hey, if you're enjoying breakdowns like this and the way I approach arc raiders, make sure you like the video. Also consider subscribing if you're new. I got more guides and tactical discussions like this all on my channel and coming. Okay, now I do recommend using a heavy shield with this, but sometimes I'd use a medium shield and still benefit from the augment's perk. And here's how I set up my loadout. I use a level 4 Toro primarily. The other weapon is your choice, but bear in mind this is a close quarters playstyle, so the Stitcher 4 is nice to use as a secondary. And I usually bring at least 10 shield rechargers, 5 herbal bandages with the Vita spray, and finally 5 stems, plus a couple of defibs if I'm in a squad, of course. To top things off, I bring 3 trigger nades, 3 heavy fuse grenades, and 3 explosive mines. The tank can save you in many cases. This then allows for counterplay, and if you utilize these tactics well, it will elevate your skill level tenfold. Oh yes, and before I forget, there are a few skills you must take with you in order to make using heavier shields more manageable. On the conditioning tree, make sure you unlock Used to the Weight. It's pretty early on, and what it does is reduces the weight penalty of heavy and medium shields. Medium shields have a 5% movement speed penalty, and heavy shields are at 15%. So you definitely want 5 points into that skill. And as I end this, I've noticed that there are very many augments that I am desiring to use. One of them I just found out about that has an integrated shield recharger. That's pretty insane. I'm definitely going to cover that in one of my upcoming videos. But what augments do you like using? Tell me your overall thoughts below. And that'll do it for this one. Did it help you out? If so, then like the video and consider subscribing if you're new. Also, if you enjoy breakdowns like this. I'll see you in the next one, fam. Be right out.